Hey folks, I'm Ted Cantu, and I'm here today with Jerry Norton, and we're hanging out in the studio. And Jerry, of course, works with Equity Services. That's his company. He does some amazing stuff with real estate and investment properties, and he's really kind of like leading the parade in Michigan's economy right now. So, very happy to work with him. And Jerry's actually a student of mine too. I've actually been teaching him some Google tactics and strategies, and just kind of share with us what you learned.
Well, it's been a great process. It's been now a little while here. Been working with you, and you know, before working with you, Ted, I had very little web presence, and you told me to do something. I did it immediately, and it took, in a matter of days, my web presence went from virtually nothing to pretty good. And we've got a ways to go, but you know, it's been a wonderful opportunity because you really have a good grip on how to do this internet marketing.
Wow, thank you. That's great.
It's been a great opportunity.
Well, that's awesome. When I first met Jerry, folks, he had the right ideas on a lot of his work, but things were in the right places, and we kind of helped shape that.
Yeah, you know, I had a few things going. I had some videos and some other things, but you know, I wasn't really hitting the blog articles. I wasn't really getting out and getting what Google wants to see, and you know, really formatting things. You know, I tried to take some courses and hire some other people, but they just didn't explain it to me at the grassroots level. The thing I like the most about working with you, Ted, is you teach me how to do it. A lot of these other companies, they say, you know, pay me this fee and then I'll take care of everything, and then I'm left in the dark. Well, I want to learn what it takes to get in the Google rankings. I want to learn what it takes to get in front of the people. You really got a good handle on the social marketing aspect, which I've really taken off on. So I appreciate the time you spend with me and how you explain things to me so that I can understand it and then learn how to do it and then do it.
That's great, and in fact, that's a real compliment to me. Because, and it's a big help to me too, because honestly, I like business owners to take control of their own marketing situation.
Well, and in my situation here, Ted, is you know, we started a program together, and when that program finishes, I'm going to have a good idea of how to do it now, so that I can keep it moving. But I'm going to retain you as my coach, so that I can keep it moving, and you can keep sharing with me. Every time I talk to you, you got new ideas.
I don't. My brain doesn't stop. I keep breaking format and
you're a step of the head of the industry, and I realize in my industry, all of my buyers are non-local.
Yeah.
And so my web presence is very key. Yeah. And so I want to keep doing whatever the next latest and greatest thing is, so that I can keep my company growing and marketing where it needs to be.
That's so cool, because you know, just a few short years ago, I was involved with, I did a speech at Automation Alley over here in Troy, and the real estate people didn't know what I was doing. They didn't understand me at the time. I was a little ahead of my time, and in fact, we barely filled the room up. And now, here just a couple years later, you're just taking off with this thing. And what you mentioned about the investors coming from different countries and why the web presence is so important, that's amazing, because you have a lot of investors now coming from Australia.
Yeah, we've had Australia buyers, you know, all over the place, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I was just probably about 2 weeks after we started working together and we started really putting some things in place. I had an internet buyer contact me and buy 3 properties cash, and they found us on the web through our internet marketing. So I'm sold on internet marketing, that's for sure.
That's great.
I'm grateful to have you, Ted, as my mentor.
Well, thank you. And also, too, I think it's really interesting as you start to build your campaign and you get some feedback from people online, you're establishing something that I always call control. Very few companies have that. Yours is very small right now, but it's growing. You got some consistent people coming in, filling out your order form and contacting you, which is great. Now that we know what that is, now we know how to build up our kind of defenses in a sense, and have a more stronger game plan. Now we're not just shooting in the dark, we're actually
and from my perspective, you know, I've got some other ideas that I want to do, and if you can learn how to market it right, and you can put the product together, then really you can launch some new things and really have some success. And so I'm excited about some new initiatives too.
That's excellent. And you would agree that advertising is different than marketing, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you go, folks. I struggle with this with clients all the time. They don't understand. They're two different disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different.
Yeah, that's, you know, we've got to get the people coming to us.
And it's an active effort. You got to keep doing things in order for the search engines to take notice of you.
Yeah, it seems almost like if you're not on top of the game, you know, your old ideas can become obsolete pretty quick.
Yes.
So that's why I really need someone that really knows how this works, and when something changes, you're right there on it, so we can adapt with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the search engines are really, they really only do really one thing well, and that is just archive information, but they never really tell you how they go about it. So if they change their algorithm or if they change their formatting, it's not their responsibility to clue us in.
Yeah.
So to get there, I heard something else interesting too in my course. I just wrote this to you yesterday. Only 16% of all websites get indexed.
Wow.
Only 16%. So that tells you the search engines don't really owe you anything. If you want to get in there, you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're going to put in there.
It's really designed for the players.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like when you're doing internet marketing, they're interested in the players. If you're not a player, then you get left behind.
That's right. Yeah. And it's amazing now that you got this funnel that's going to be drawing in more people, and that's going to be exciting in the months to come.
Yeah, I feel like we're barely scratching the surface.
We are. There's more. There's a lot more.
With what we're doing, I'm very excited about where we're going and the direction we're going. You know, Ted, it's I believe so strongly in our product that if I can just get them to me, then I can convert.
That's great.
So
that's great.
If we can get them to me, then I'll convert, and so it's all about that web presence.
That's excellent. Well, Jerry, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And for the good, kind words. And I look forward to your success in working with you in the future.
I look forward to riding on your coattails.
Well, thank you very much. All right, Jerry, thank you. Thanks, folks. We'll see you online.